Welcome to Off the Script Premium Savage Unfiltered with Michael Gardner.
3, 2, 1.
Hello?
Hello?
Michael Gardner, it's been forever.
Yeah, it's been forever. How's it going there, Tommy?
I mean, everything's okay with me. I still got my life, liberty, and happiness, so I can't complain. What about you?
Oh, it's going good. It's going good. Getting attacked by liberals every single day, it seems to be an ongoing natural thing, but I'm doing good.
Well, I mean, I could say a lot of things about liberals, and I could say a lot of things about attacks, but I mean, I've attacked you. It's not attacked, but like criticized you at some point. I mean, we all have opinions, and we all, out of many, one e pluribus unum. So
Yeah,
I try to take the criticism with a grain of salt, but also what is right, what is correct in the criticism.
right. What is correct? I mean, I got some good news. The folks over at YouTube have decided to welcome me back in open arms, which is a nice thing, I
They let you? Did
Yeah.
they bring back your channel, or they?
guess. Oh
Let you,
yeah, they reinstated it.
good. Did they? Why? How? I've never heard about this before. They reinstated a channel. Wow, nice.
It's something new on my end too. For some strange reason, I seen it a notification come through the email about a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, wow. And it states that your channel has been reinstated. Congratulations. And I thought it was some kind of coup or something. But yeah,
Why
yeah.
did they boot your channel in the first place?
For COVID misinformation.
The COVID misinformation. The misinformation that turns out to be true after everybody realizes that it is.
Yeah. Yeah. And this was booted back in we're in 2022 already. This was booted back in like 2020, so like 2 years ago.
For a second there, I thought that you mentioned something about this Hunter Biden's laptop. I mean, that was Russian. That was Russian fucking stories. That wasn't true either. So
Yeah, everything that we said on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram about COVID, well, it happened to be bullshit, and they were wrong and we were right.
Right.
So maybe that has a lot to do with it. I don't know.
I think you're right. I think that's one of the things that I have to tell you. That's one of the things that you conservative right wingers were right about from the beginning. My friend
Yeah.
Veronica, she was like, as soon as we put the masks on, they're never coming off. And she was like, right. To this day, people be wearing masks. Like y'all had it. Y'all had it at that point. I have to give it to you guys for sure.
Well, they still are wearing masks to an extent. I mean, I still see people all over the place.
Yeah.
Even here in Florida, man, they're wearing masks. And I'm like,
They're never going away, man. They're the new normal.
I guess so. I guess people want to put diapers on their face for the rest of their lives, but it is what it is.
We have to prepare for the next pandemic. There's going to be another one. This was just a practice run, just to see what we would do. See what we would do. See how much liberty they could take, and then the next one's going to be it's going to lead to the dystopian future that Orwell talked about.
Well, especially like right after the midterms, I'm sure they're kind of brewing something up in the kettle. Like, we gotta get Trump out of office. He hasn't even taken office yet. He just announced his presidency like 3-4 days ago, and they're already trying to hit the hammer on him already. So,
I mean, they never stop hitting the hammer on him though. Like they're suing him up and down the East Coast. He can't even do business in New York anymore. I don't even know how the guy's going to be running. He is like literally getting sued everywhere. He's hemorrhaging money, and yeah, like he's persona non grata with the other oligarchs like Warren Buffett and Jeff Bezos. They're literally turned against him now. So I don't.
Well, you see the new.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you see the new attorney general, right? They're sicking the Brooklyn dog, so to speak, on Don. Jack Smith is the latest special counsel to investigate Trump. They're trying to get him for the January 6th so-called insurrection, and then they're trying to get him for the Mar-a-Lago stunt. They're going to try. They're going to try and try and try, but I think it's going to fail once again. More taxpayers' money wasted.
I agree with you on that. Just for curiosity, though, Michael, like, what do you think? Why do you think that this man, Donald Trump, who didn't even write his own book, he has a third grade, all those special documents in Mar-a-Lago, like he wasn't reading them. He literally wasn't reading them. So why did he have them? I don't get
Well,
that.
I mean, he really doesn't have to read them. He can have them just because he wants to have them. Every president has that authority to have documents, only if they're declassified. And we
Yes,
all
only if they're declassified. Yeah.
Yeah, they were declassified. For weeks we've heard from, mainstream that, oh, these documents are classified, and what is the president doing with these documents in his possession and this and that. Folks, they're declassified. He can have any damn declassified document that he possesses. Every president has documents in their now residence. Look at former President Barack Obama. He has documents that are declassified in his possession, just like George W. Every president that's still alive to this day, Tommy, still has documents that are declassified. As long as they're
I understand
declassified.
that. I thought the whole thing was that they weren't declassified. I thought they were classified documents.
Oh, no.
No.
No, they were classified. Well, they label them as classified. Yeah, they're trying to say that some of these documents that he had a lot of sensitive government files linked to the 2020 election, and a little bit of investigations linked back to January 6th. But I mean, that seemed to be a hoax. It seemed to be bullshit. Some of these documents were like literally like petty type of documents, like that really it wouldn't draw attention to the FBI or the DOJ, but they claim to be it. So
why did they want them back then? They were looking for them. They want them back. So why did they want them back?
Well, now they want them back because now they're coming up with that attempt where it's like, oh shit, they're giving you that scenario like we fucked up. They weren't classified documents. So now we want the documents back, even though they're not classified, folks. They're declassified. They're saying they want them back. It's a rebuttal, Tommy, so they can win the argument. They don't want to admit on camera or through any major media network that these documents weren't classified to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, you and I can have an argument, right? And you could be right or I could be right, and I could be wrong or you could be wrong. And we could go back at it for weeks and weeks and weeks. And you could say, you know what? You can come up with some type of scenario where you're going to say, in the argument that, oh no, this is right. And I mean, and you'll stick on that for weeks, but we all know it's, you or I could be full of shit, but we're just going to stick on that type of rebuttal. This is the rebuttal that's coming out of the Department of Justice. They know they fucked up.
The only people who stick on a argument that's wrong and they know it's wrong for weeks, trying to make everybody think that they're right, those people are called liars. They're called corrupt, deep state cronies, and they should not be in the law enforcement Department of Justice in the United States. And that's completely. I mean, would you really go on for weeks if you thought that you were wrong, or would you try to admit you were wrong and grow from that? Because we're all wrong sometimes, and we can learn from
Savaged, unfiltered.
experiences. These people are trying to learn from their experiences. They're trying to hide things, which is why I don't think that anything should be classified in the first place. It's unconstitutional. We the people of the United States need to promote the general welfare, secure the blessings.
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. What I would do is if I knew I was wrong, I would literally close out the argument and I would move on to another topic.
Yeah.
And go from there. But
Right.
apparently, Merrick Garland now seems to literally get his high on trying to come up with the dirt sheet, so to speak, on former President Donald Trump.
Investigation. All of the career prosecutors assigned to these matters are conducting their work in the best traditions of the Department of Justice. I also want to recognize the efforts of the many FBI agents and other law enforcement personnel who are assigned to these matters.
Well, you guys did make it so that he wasn't on the Supreme Court. You do realize that. That's why he fucking hates you guys. Because he would literally would have been on the Supreme Court had it not been for Mitch McConnell and the Republican leadership talking about, it's just a presidential election. Obama can't fucking appoint that. And then guess what? Neil Gorsuch. Right off the bat. So you guys kind of started this shit with Merrick Garland. So am I sympathetic? Not really, because this is what happens. This is what happens, bro.
I think it's a get back on President Trump. I
obviously
I do agree with you on that. To an extent. I mean, it is we're fucking pissed off at you, and we're gonna do whatever we can fucking do to get the shit.
He could have had a lifetime appointment, bro.
Yeah,
it was stolen from him.
Yeah,
but I don't really give a shit about them or the Republican leadership. I just think it's funny because it's tit for tat, bro. And that's 50 years down the road. We still have minimum wage stagnation. We still have unemployment. That's 8.2%. We have 8 million people slipping into poverty. We have the social nets eroding and becoming insolvent. And we have regime change wars and now proxy wars overseas that are taking the taxpayer dollars and shipping them overseas when they could be used for homes. They could be used. Yeah. They could be used to help feed the homeless and the people in the 10 cities in Nancy Pelosi's district. This money could be used to help mothers that can't find formula, but it's used to fucking prop up a literal fucking tyrant dictator named Zelensky, who literally lied. He lied this week about a Russian missile. It was his missile. He lied.
Yeah, on the record.
He literally. Not only should we not be supporting him, but we gave $30 billion. Did you know we gave $30 billion this week to him, even after he lied? We're
Tommy,
literally propping up a literal fucking warmongering, psychopathic, lying. He wants to cause, dude. He's not going to do it. He's not going to not do it again, bro. Liars do lie again.
Tommy, we've been giving billions of dollars to this country for months upon months since Joe Biden has taken office. I mean,
it's disturbing, bro.
And people are wondering why, especially folks down here in Florida. Folks, we just got over a second major hurricane here in the last 2 months. Okay. And there's folks right now that are crying out how come the federal government doesn't have enough funds to help FEMA and this and that? Well, we don't have enough fucking funds because Joey Biden over there in Washington keeps on sending out money that he can't afford to send out to begin with to a country that probably can care two shits about us.
I will agree with you on all the points except for the fact that we do have the money. Joe Biden, I don't think people realize or grasp this, but Joe Biden is an insufferable, narcissistic, not caring. He's a sociopath, and he does not give a shit about
fucking
anyone.
Crazy man.
All right, you just mentioned something. You said that we have the money. Where do we have the money? We just came off of a major inflation, Tommy. Where's the money coming from?
The Fed. Just like Steve Mnuchin printed the money out during the COVID relief pandemic, we have the power to print out money at any moment. We could print money at any moment. We buffered the stock market with government money. The first thing.
Yeah, but is it worth anything, Tom? I mean, is it like this money that you're printing or they're printing? Excuse me. Is it worth anything? It's not worth anything. You're printing money that doesn't have any wealth behind it.
You and I have a disagreement about that because our money is backed by the United States military. Because our debts are literally, they're not debts. We don't even have to pay on our debts. We don't pay on our debts. In fact, we raise the ceiling every single year. You know that, Michael. We don't even pay our debts. Yeah. And the countries don't ask for the money back because we say, well, you want your money back? Well, how about a nuclear bomb? How about we fucking go into your country and fucking arm rebels to overthrow your governments? Nobody messes with us, Michael, because we're psycho killers. And so nobody asks for their money back. We never pay our debts. We just print more money. So that's the thing, Michael, is that our money is worth something. We're psycho killers. nobody's ever going to ask him to take that.
Yeah, okay. I can see where you're going right there. But who's winning here? Who's winning in this argument right now? Is it Ukraine or is it America?
I think it's whoever is fucking Zelensky. I don't know. I don't know why we're doing this. It's so unclear, Michael, why we're literally doing this. Why we're propping up a country. Why didn't we prop up Crimea like this? If we were so upset about the annexation of like another country into Russian hands. We're literally picking Ukraine, the place where Hunter Biden had an energy board seat, the most corrupt place in Europe, where someone's taking this money and laundering it back to the. I agree. Let me tell you, Michael. I agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Really?
I've never thought the day would come when I would agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene and her Jewish space lasers ass.
Yeah,
she's asking all the right questions, bro. She's asking all the right questions.
Well, you've been disagreeing with her for months on your show, like how Marjorie Taylor Greene is wrong on so many different occasions and this and that. Tommy, the woman is a fucking patriot. She's fighting for this country, and she's been nailing Hunter Biden on every bit of his mess and corruption. If the woman doesn't,
he's not a politician. He's not in power. He's a fucking drug addict that literally was driven to drugs by his father, who's a criminal narcissist, sociopath.
Here's the thing. If Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't run in 2024, I'd be very, very surprised. Very surprised. I mean, they're all good candidates that could be coming through the woodwork. Marjorie Taylor Greene, I've heard a lot coming out of Casey. What the hell is it? I can't remember her name there for a minute. The Casey chick. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't know.
Okay, we'll skip her because I have a brain fart. But Marjorie Taylor Greene. You got Sarah Huckabee Sanders. God, I don't want Pence running. There's a lot of good candidates. Pence is he really.
You want to hang him? You want to hang him, Michael?
No, I want him to step down because he's incompetent. He's like another spinoff of Joe Biden. I mean, if the guy ever got anywhere close to the White House, I don't understand how, or I don't think he would know how to carry out a command because he's very he's good on the mic. Don't get me wrong, excellent speaking skills, but when it comes time to making decisions, I don't think it's there with him. I really don't. I would love to see DeSantis run in 2024, but I think they're wanting to go to Trump,
That's interesting. I think Trump's not going to see the nomination. I think he's a blithering moron. He's going to fuck it up. He's fucking up. And at least with DeSantis. DeSantis is not someone I agree with, but he's a politician that's smart. He knows how to bide his time, and he knows how to set a trap. Donald Trump is famous for walking into traps. Donald Trump walks into every fucking trap they set.
Yeah.
So, he's kind of a fucking idiot, Michael. And maybe why are you fucking even? I don't get you guys. Why do you even think that he's interesting? He's literally just a buffoon, bro.
Okay, let me get your insights on this. All right, he's not interesting because you don't like his character, his persona.
No, it's not about that. It's about how he's a moron. He literally asked. Okay,
how is he a moron?
I'll give you this. Okay. So basically, they fucking they already knew that Hillary Clinton was fucking tapping the phones, right?
Yeah.
They got him a leaked phone call. He fucking calls once again on the White House line, asking Raffensperger for 11,000 votes. After they just literally fucking impeached him for talking about Ukraine and how he's not going to give them aid. Remember that? That was why he was impeached, because he was calling on the phone talking about what they call it, quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. They got him on the phone.
Yeah.
On the phone, Michael. He gets back on the phone during election time and he asks for 11,000 votes, bro. This guy.
Yeah. Hey,
so
Tommy,
dumb.
hold that thought. You don't mind if we take a quick plug in here? We got a phone call coming in. We're gonna plug into the stream.
Are people listening?
Savaged, unfiltered.
Yeah. We can plug it right in. You got that? Oh, where'd they go? They hung up? Oh, never mind. They hung up.
I was really interested to know what the fuck was up.
Yeah. They hopefully they can call back in and we can plug them right back in because they were listening to the because I have this on live. But go ahead, Tommy. I'm sorry.
Okay, so then like literally the media sets a trap for him, talking about how like the COVID thing's his fault. He threw away the Obama fucking Ebola strategy. He walks right into it with his I'm going to open everything back up, not without a plan, mind you, not without a plan of how to combat that propaganda. And the media just literally shreds him, giving Joe Biden the chance to talk about how all these people died during Trump. He's not able to. Okay, then he ends up. Recently, he ends up opening up his war chest, whipping out $9 million for all of these people. They almost all lost, Michael. And he tries to open an election bid in 2024, 2 years before we're supposed to vote, under the red wave, right? Because that was supposed to happen. He thought he was going to like fill his election fuel tank up with the red wave.
We had a red wave
splash. It was not a red wave.
We had a red wave.
We got a razor thin margin in the House. We've got an almost tied Senate. It's literally almost exactly the same as it was before.
Tommy, we destroyed the House. There was a huge red wave for the House.
We did not destroy the House. The House numbers are very close. Well, there's like 4. Let me look this up right now.
Oh, come on, man. You believe half those mail-in ballot? That's all bullshit, man.
So 212 to 218. 212 to 218. They took away the speakership from Nancy. I'll give you that. But the Associated Press says there's 6 seats away. They could literally peel those seats from neoliberal corporatist Republicans, and they could do their stupid agendas that are only going to benefit the wealthy ones. Nothing's broken. The 1% are ruling. There's nothing that's changed, Michael. What do you mean? What do you mean by the red wave? I'm really interested in this. Why do you think there's a red wave when we have a 212 to 218 House and the Senate is literally 48 to 49, which means Kamala Harris could break a tie if they get Mitt Romney.
You know where the red wave is? Look at the districts, Tommy. Look at the congressional districts in each state. There is a large amount of red in that presence of those districts. The state of Florida dominated in the GOP. Dominated. We flipped. Get this, Tommy. We flipped Miami-Dade County here in Florida. DeSantis, like they said, how did DeSantis do this? It's unprecedented. Miami-Dade has been Democrat for years. How the fuck did he flip that to red? Look at areas of Wisconsin. There was blotches of I call it blotches because there was huge amount of GOP red blotches in Wisconsin. Same thing that goes from California. How you doing, Raging Rob? What's going on, buddy?
What's happening?
How you doing, buddy? We're talking about this dominated of red wave in the majority of the country, but Tommy here thinks that there's no red wave.
I just see numbers. I see numbers and data. So I don't know about blotches, and I don't know about all that stuff. I just see numbers. Michael. I'm just counting the numbers, and the numbers say that there's a razor-thin margin in the House, and there's an almost tied Senate. That's what I see. That's what I see.
Don't know. Yeah, hold that thought, Tommy. Damn. I got to get Raging Rob, buddy. Welcome to the show. What's your insight on that?
What's that?
What's your insight on what we're talking about? Obviously, you know, we've touched on this, Rob. You know, you've been on the show, man, a couple times last week. What's your insight on the midterms, man? Do you think there was a red wave, or
there was not like I wanted it to be, but there was definitely a little bit of a wave. But like we were talking about it, you know, it was a wave that started in Florida, trickled after that, and then a few other states kind of had a red wave, but not where I really would like to spend, but we definitely made progress, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. And Rob, just to let you know, this is Tommy Nation from his show, Tommy Nation Politics, joining us here today on the show. He is a progressive You call yourself like a progressive liberal, right, Tommy?
No, I'm not a liberal in any way. I'm just
What the hell are you, man? I still can't classify you as some type. You have to be something, man.
I'm a free-thinking, innovative, and totally open-minded independent.
There you go. He's an independent.
A progressive. I have progressive values. I believe in working people, working class, blue collar. I believe that we built this country and not the 1%.
Yeah. He resides in Dallas, Texas, Rob. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What's going on here? I want to get into some of this this Hunter Biden crosshair. Now the GOP is planning to subpoena, or I said that backwards. Subpoena. Subpoena. Yeah, that could be like a fucking a sub or somewhere up in New Jersey. But they're planning to subpoena Hunter Biden.
And they should.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Man. But I think they should hold off until Biden's out, because you get him in trouble and then Biden can fucking pardon him. I don't know how that works, but they can have him by the balls if Biden's still president. Then what happens? Yeah. He pardons his son. And
I have another question, guys. So you guys were all torn up about inflation. You were talking about baby formula. You were talking about gas prices. You were talking about Ukraine money. And now all I hear from you guys is Hunter Biden investigations. He's literally not in power. He's literally a victim of Joe Biden and his narcissistic, sociopathic.
How is he a victim? Ask
yeah, that's a little.
Okay. So
that's a little crazy.
Obviously he's a victim. How is that not crazy? How's it not crazy to have a father who literally doesn't care about you, who pimps you out to Ukraine? Here, go sit on an energy board. Literally, he makes Hunter Biden. Did you hear those tapes, guys? There was these leaked tapes about Hunter's complaining about how he has to do all these things because his dad's making him go commit crimes, making him go to Ukraine.
How is he making him go, Tommy?
How does he make him go?
He said in the tape.
He said free crack and a lot of hookers and a bunch of big checks. I'll take it.
Hunter said in the tape, if I don't go to Ukraine, my father's gonna cut me off.
Well, hold on, Tommy. Tommy, let me step. You're making an
I'm not making it up. It was in the tapes. He said it.
Yeah, you're making an accusation right now. You're making some type of statement saying that Hunter Biden is the victim. Yeah. Hunter is the victim, and Joe Biden is making him do this. How is he making him do anything? He's a grown fucking man. How is he making him do anything?
I bet your father could make you do anything you wanted to right now.
Again, he's a grown man. How old is
my father? If my father walked, I'm 40 years old. If
my father told me to go rob fucking a bank, I'm not gonna go do it.
Oh, bro, you have not grown up in the Biden household, bro. Or you would be dishonoring.
Tommy, how old?
No, I would have shot my father. I'm not trying to say Joe Biden's innocent, but even if he did torture his kid, and it doesn't give him a free pass in life.
Torture. You know how just like people are grown up and their fathers and mothers are Christians, so they turn out to be Christians. This Hunter Biden grew up in a household where if he doesn't do what the head of the household says, then he's let the family down. He's become the weak Biden. It's all about my word is a Biden.
Oh boy,
you know about the Bidens, right? You know about them, right? They literally work as a family. Joe Biden's first presidential run, his whole entire family was involved in the campaign because they do as a family. That's why you guys got him with the Biden crime family, because they do. My word is a Biden. The Biden family is literally a syndicate. They do everything as a family, and if you don't do everything as a family, that's their principles and values. It's different from yours.
All right, if you label Hunter Biden and Joe Biden as a modern version of a mafia, they're nowhere near a mafia. I mean, even the Italian mob back in the day was far fierce than this Biden crime family. I mean, I can vouch for that. I grew up in the tri-state area of New York, New Jersey, originally.
I'm not saying they're fierce. I'm just saying they grew up like that. I'm just trying to give you some insight into the family culture. That's all. Michael.
But he's not.
I'm trying to say.
He's still a crackhead criminal, his son, regardless of what his father did.
Yeah, he belongs in jail
Okay, so
without a
still,
doubt.
guys. So how is this going to help inflation? How is this going to help gas prices? How is this going to how is this going to help what you were talking about during? How is this going to help our fiscal policies? How is this going to help America first? How?
Well, maybe we should stop worrying about throwing Joe Biden a private party. Yeah, that was earlier today, guys. Yeah, Joe Biden hits 80 years old, and talk about inflation, Tommy. You know how much they paid for this fucking trip? Over 11 million fucking dollars, and that's coming out of my tax-paying money as well as yours and Rob's here.
Yep.
So again, how is a question? You're gonna answer the question. How is this gonna help?
Well, in behind bars.
And then
Then you go on to the next one.
and then we'll have lower gas prices. And
What's
then
that?
we're gonna have no inflation, less inflation. Then died in behind bars. This is just as guys. This is just as dumb as the RussiaGate thing. This is just right way to me anyway. It's just going after him. It's nothing to do with our fiscal or economic policy. It's nothing to do with helping the American
Tommy,
people. It has nothing to do with America first.
Hey, Tommy, you know what?
America first, and you want to go after Hunter or Biden? And is it?
Hey, Tommy, you know why we're going after Hunter Biden? Because Hunter Biden has leaked American secrecy into this country for the longest time now, and we are getting fed up. The right is getting fed up about it. You talk about stuff that Hunter Biden has on his laptop, top secret material, stuff that basically makes Donald Trump look like a baby face in the game.
I'm so glad it was released. All of it. It should all be.
Yeah, that's why they're going after him. That's why they want to subpoena him. That's why they want to put him in jail. You know, not because of stupid little petty stuff of him doing crack cocaine on a couch somewhere in Wilmington, Delaware, but they're going after him because he has classified information on his laptop that's linked to the Chinese government, linked to the Russian government, and everything else.
You don't want all that exposed, Michael? Because he's a
What's
crackhead.
that?
He's going to accidentally drop it somewhere, and we're all going to find out.
Hey guys, if you like this episode, please hit that like and follow button, subscribe to my premium channel, and you're going to get jaw-dropping material, guys. That's right, jaw-dropping material.
Hunter Biden is the best gift that the Biden administration is giving you guys. He accidentally leaves laptops.
He's not a victim. He is a victim. He's a victim of his own
He's
stupidity.
helping you guys.
Yeah.
He's accidentally helping you guys.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I don't know.
Well, it is helping us because
Rob, are you on a drive-through or something, man? Hello? I think we lost Rob. Are you there, Tommy?
yeah, I'm here.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you were at a drive-through or something, Rob.
No, my daughter just came out of the shower and was like, "Is it cold out? Do I need a hoodie?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh shit! Yeah.
I'm just saying, you guys want to talk about America first all the time. Let's do some America first shit. We've got things to do, guys.
Yeah, we got things to do, and I'm glad that as an independent as yourself, Tommy, you're understanding that electing Joe Biden was a fucking mistake.
I understood that from the 1994. I understood that. By the way, your man Trump, he wants to execute drug dealers, so he sounds just like Joe Biden.
Where'd you get that information from?
From him. He said it. He said it.
He didn't say that.
Yes, he did, bro.
No.
Do you listen to your guy? He said
yeah,
that,
I do
bro.
listen to him. The latest that's coming out of Donald Trump from all major news networks, even include CNN, which is the most corrupted news network ever. They're even saying that if Donald Trump gets into office in 2024, his first executive decision is that he is going to literally remove all of the policies that Joe Biden put into effect that has everything to do with military during the COVID era. Remember that when he basically fired all of military personnel because they refused, folks, to comply with the COVID mandates. Yeah. Talk about tyranny. Yeah.
Tyranny.
Yep. Big time. So we talked about this party here. You want to say, let's talk about, getting back to America first. What do you guys think of this private party? $11 million. That
Hey, if it came out of his own pocket, I could care less because that's his own money. But if it's coming out of taxpayer money, what the fuck you need an $11 million 80th birthday? He's not even going to remember it tomorrow anyway.
Well, according to this, Biden has made 57 trips to Delaware since taking office. 57 trips. Okay.
He likes to ride the trains.
What's that?
I like to ride the trains in the Delaware, Jack. Look fat.
Yeah. And to answer Rob's question, yes, it has cost taxpayers $11 million.
Yeah, see, no need for that. I don't want to pay for his birthday party.
Yeah, and it's also going to require taxpayer dollars to fund costs associated with the use of Air Force One and Marine One for this special occasion.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And here it is right here. Public documents from the Department of Defense show that Marine One helicopters used by the president cost $17,065 and $20,206 per hour to fly all their little elites to his private party. Private party. Yeah. Yeah. And then guess who was there? Of course, Hillary Rodham Clinton.
But the big news today, happy birthday to Joe Biden. Joe Biden turns that virile age of 80 years of age, the oldest president in his first term. Now, he thinks that he's, well, fitter than ever before. But let's celebrate Biden's 80th birthday.
And turkey. Oh! It's this.
Joe not looking his best. But of course, this is a guy who, remember, is so virile. I mean, anywhere he goes, he's so sure-footed. There's no way that he'd ever trip every now and then. There's no way he'd fall off when riding a bike.
Biden's being Biden's being an extremist. The best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to. Anyway, Putin's kleptocracy. Yeah. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to foot.
Jenna Bush was attendance. Jean Pierre, right? The fake fucking black French person that thinks she's French.
Was Obama there?
Uh-huh.
Was Obama there too?
Of course. Yeah, it's a huge list. I don't want to read through it, the whole thing, and tie up the show, but yeah, it's a huge list. It really is.
Yeah.
Guess who's not invited?
Me.
Like you, me, Tommy,
Trump.
Donald Trump, Trump Jr., all the conservatives, they're basically off the list. There's actually a blacklist, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Doubt about it.
Yeah. But here's something here that you guys might laugh about. There was a thing that came in through a independent journalist here in Florida. Okay. And they're saying, what would you want to get the president, who basically has everything now in life? And here's some of the suggestions that came in for Biden's 80th birthday. A subscription to a large print Reader's Digest, only $80.91 a year.
An 8-year-old
scooter. Yeah. What, Rob?
An 8-year-old boy.
Oh, God. I hope not. Yeah, he might be like, oh, yay, boy. Let me sniff him. And then also it says a lifetime supply of fortune cookies from his friend Chairman Xi, a snuggle blanket for those long meetings with the G20. And then last but not least, they said that they would buy Joe Biden an Alexa program to say, "Where am I?" again. Oh, God. Oh man,
Definitely does need that.
the man needs a fucking nursing home. He really does.
He really does. Not even, all jokes aside, he needs maybe not a nursing home, but just somebody that just, keep him in a room and give him a sponge bath every couple of days.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure. Yeah. Make sure you have a child around because Creepy Joe would probably love that. Yeah. If
Stories.
uh,
He'll tell some bedtime stories.
Yeah, the bedtime stories will come in. Yeah, I was actually talking to somebody about this, man, Rob, not too long ago, man. He's a diehard leftist, and he's like, I voted for Joe Biden, and I'm going to vote for Joe Biden in 2024. I said, the man's going to be 82 years old. You're going to vote for an 82-year-old man that should be in a senior citizen home? I mean, the man can barely walk, barely can understand what the hell's on the cue cards. Rob, they actually have cue cards, man, right prepared for him, right at the podium, less than a foot away from his face. And did you see the latest thing coming out? It was like a couple days ago where he's like, oh, excuse me, folks, I'm having difficulty reading this. Oh, God.
So your Trump is going to be 78 on 2024. Is 78 and 82 big difference?
Well, he's a young 78. He shows
He's a young
confidence.
78.
He shows competence, Tommy. He doesn't show incompetence. He doesn't show any forms of dementia. He still knows how to read off of a teleprompter. He really understands what's in front of him. He's not a Joe Biden, I can tell you that.
I guess not, bro.
People have respect for Trump. There's world leaders that have respect for Trump. Look at the world leaders that look at Joe Biden. They're like, what a fucking joke this guy is.
I don't know anybody who thinks that, especially not Zelensky.
Zelensky and Joe Biden are probably in bed with one another, man, on policy. I mean, it's that far. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it, guys. It's like literally.
It's corrupt his government's corrupt his government in all of the planet, and then you wonder why Biden and him are so close.
I mean, I'll give you that. Ukraine is the most corrupt government on the planet. Correct. That's true. But Donald Trump, I don't know about competence. I've never seen any competence from this dude. Except, I'll give him this. He actually sat down to shake hands with Kim Jong-un. He actually tried to do diplomacy with North Korea. Actually tried to do diplomacy with a lot of countries that the Democrats were too scared to, or are probably plotting their fucking overthrows of governments to do. Trump did more diplomacy than any of the Democrats ever did.
Like a Hellcat.
Actually, it was complete craziness, bro. Throwing away strategy guides, getting on calls with Brett Raffensperger, fucking asking Russia to find Hillary Clinton's emails. It was all just a clusterfuck of amazing chaos. Telling everybody he injects himself with disinfectant.
He didn't say that, man. He was joking around. You guys took it to the heart. I mean, seriously, come on.
He was just joking. Was he joking about the drug dealer thing? I don't know.
He was joking. Rob, you got to remember, he was joking, right, man? I mean, these guys are taking it to the heart, man, with the, inject it with Lysol or bleach or whatever the hell they're saying.
Saying seriously.
He's the president. He's literally the president. He's the spokesperson of our country.
But if anybody thought he meant shoot,
you think that was a joke that be telling? Even if it was a joke, should the person of our country, the person who represents our country, be joking like that while a pandemic is killing millions of people?
Pandemic, by the way, and not that many people died.
No,
not directly.
No. Yeah.
Goes away. Now all of a sudden, COVID's still here, but the flu's all of a sudden it came back. Magically.
Yeah. COVID's bye-bye. No one talks about COVID anymore. It's not the narrative anymore. Now it's let's get even at Trump.
I mean, all I want are the America. I thought we'd get to America first, guys, but this is what the Republicans and Democrats always do. They always open up investigations on each other, and they want to talk about all these issues that were important to the American people, kitchen table issues that we all are concerned about. And then as soon as they get to power, all they want to do is fucking investigate their fucking competition rivals, so they can stay in power and maintain it.
COVID cup?
What?
Do you still carry the COVID cup? Do you still wear your mask?
I don't give a shit about COVID.
Really?
No, I don't give a shit about the salmonella because I know I could take antibiotics or whatever, and then it'll get over it.
But you were so on board with it though, like a year and a half ago, though, on your show.
No, wasn't. Never was, bro. I didn't.
You were like,
think
we have to be careful.
I think it exists. I think it kills people. Was I afraid of it? No, because it's my time to go. It's my time to go. Fuck this pillow shit, where I put a helmet on my head and walk around like it was like What About Bob? You ever see that movie where he's like afraid of everything?
They just give him crayons and a helmet.
So it wasn't really a political issue. Where like really the liberals made it a political issue when they decided that staying at home saves lives. That's what they did. That's when they did that.
Hey Rob, Hey Rob, this guy is a diehard Bernie Sanders fan, man. Just to let you know.
Not anymore, bro.
Not anymore. What happened?
Would you have a
Ukraine happened, bro. Ukraine happened. So.
Oh man, you were calling me a bootlegger for longest time, man.
You are a bootlegger, bro.
Tommy doing the bootlicking now, man.
Mikey, you are a bootlicker. You respect
I'm not.
these Republicans and Democrats. These Republicans and Democrats. Literally, the first thing they decided or compromised on was free states or slave states. They are the epitome of evil. That's Tommy, I'm not the lesser of two evils. They're both.
Hey, Tommy, I'm not a Republican.
Of government and carve for themselves. Well, you're voting for them. You're talking about.
I'm not a Republican.
Talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene is a good candidate.
I'm a conservative. I'm not a Republican.
This patriot. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene has donors in health industries. She's got donors in war profiteering. I'm looking at openseekers.org. Every time you tell me something like this is a great candidate, all I go to is openseekers.org. I take a look at their donations, their campaign finance contributions.
Oh, you don't go by donations. You go by who the majority of the vote is, man. Donations don't mean they're just the same thing as
I'm a politician. I don't give a shit about them. Who is funding me? Who pays me? How can I gain power? How can I gain influence?
Hey, Tommy, who you voted for, man? Who you voting for in 2024?
I voted for Delilah Barrios for the Texas governor. I voted
socialist.
Yes, we had a very excellent conversation.
You support socialism, don't you, Tommy?
I support some aspects of socialism, but having a conversation with you about socialism is a futile thing because you really don't even grasp the concepts. You literally.
I do.
What you think about socialism is it's all propaganda from your fucking your friends, the Republicans.
Choice nations.
You literally can't comprehend the concept. Oh, if you could tell me one true concept about socialism, I'd literally eat my shirt. I would do that. So having a conversation with you about it, it's just like talking about to the liberals. It's just like talking about safe spaces. Like it's a buzzword to you, and so it's not the definition.
You're killing me. You really are, man.
Socialism is literally when the government sees
hopefully
the people sees the means of production and have interest in the government and the country.
And when the independents understand, everything will go back to normal because the independents
understand what, Michael? Understand what?
You guys are by the Democrats. The Democrats own your ass, and you know that.
How do they own my ass and what and how? What are you talking about, bro? Could you just break it down to me?
When you vote, you're an independent, right? When you vote as an independent, okay, you are controlled by the establishment. And what the establishment tells you how to vote, you are going to vote either side.
So they told me to vote for Delilah.
They're going to tell you this is how it's going to get broken down so you can understand.
Please.
Because I've seen it here in Florida because we do have independent Floridians as well as voters. Okay. We've seen a lot of independents turn conservative here for Florida. because they got fed up with the Democratic establishment.
I understand
Because
that.
for
I
years,
understand that.
for
Yeah.
years they were pushing over to the left,
Yeah.
and the left
Democrats are
has
the left. They're not left. So, but
yeah, they've always been the left. Well, not always.
They're not left. They're not left at all. They're not
They
left.
are. They are.
In what way are they left, Michael? In what way are the Democrats left?
About left or right, there's two dominant parties in this country. Yes, you have independents. You have other small little groups. You have the Green Party. You have all these different types of parties. But the two type of parties that constantly dominate, in the elections, okay,
are the gangbanging, killing thieves, the Democrats,
the Republicans and the Democrats.
They're the biggest gangs in the country. They eliminate people from the ballots. They fucking spread propaganda and fear. They murder people around the world with their drone strikes, and they steal money from the taxpayers. That's why they.
And who says all that? Who says all that? Bernie Sanders.
I say it.
You don't support Bernie anymore. You were supporting him for like a year and a half, 2 years of me knowing.
Well, I supported him because he supported he supported the things that I care about.
Don't you support him?
Because he doesn't support those things anymore, Michael.
So, wait. Then you're not a true supporter then of that party.
I'm not a true supporter of any party, Michael. I'm an independent.
You support the independent party.
I'm a free thinker. I'm not a fucking. I'm not a bandwagon mentality puppet of the rich, bro. I'm not a little fanboy.
I'm not a fanboy.
I want things, Michael.
That's right. Yeah.
I want life, liberty, and happiness. I want financial security. I want stability. I want safety for my posterity. I want promotion of the general welfare. I want to live in a country where crime is not an option, where we have actual living wages and we have actual opportunities for everyone. I want to live in a country where the Constitution is actually fulfilling its own promises of all men are created equal. I want justice and equality under the law.
Well, you're not going to get that.
Democrats and Republicans.
I hate to tell you that you're not going to get that from people like Bernie. You're not going to get that from any type of person in the independent party, because the independent party, they don't have a base. They can swing either or. They're more of a bandwagon jump strapper themselves. I mean, they'll go to the right or they'll go to the left. They'll go wherever the money is, or wherever the favorability is, or wherever they feel comfortable of staying.
But you just told me that they didn't want the Democrats because of this whole COVID thing, and because of they went to the Republicans because
I said that
we're doing tyranny, right?
I said that.
You gave me an example of.
There's different. You got to remember. There's different
the establishment.
Different types of independents all over the country. The independents in the Florida of what I've had.
That's true.
They look at it as a different approach. You got to remember, Tommy, and folks, you got to remember, Florida is a state. Actually, it's becoming more of its own country now because of conservative values for traditional family values. Right? They look at law and order at a high standard. They look at civil obedience at a high standard. They look at
what's that?
Yeah, civil obedience. Yeah.
Savaged, unfiltered.
No, civil obedience is when you obey each other and you respect one another.
Who are we obeying?
We're obeying one another. We're obeying each other's values. When somebody comes up to you and says, I don't like you smoking here, it's disrupting me, can you please go over there? Typical America today would be like, fuck you, this is private land, I can go wherever the fuck I damn well please. Yeah, you may be right about that, but the civil obedience with that would be like, okay, no problem, man, I'll go over here. That's respecting one another.
So you put on a mask whenever somebody asks you to, then, huh? So that's
no, I don't believe in masks.
Oh, you don't believe in masks, though?
No.
What are you? You're civilly disobedient, Michael.
No, that's tyranny. That's something
that's
entirely
tyranny.
different.
I see.
Now you're talking about something entirely different. Now you're talking about something that is I have to comply to.
Oh,
We're
you
talking
don't have to
about
comply to not smoke cigarettes over there, but you have. Okay, I don't get it, but okay.
okay, the mask is being injected into our presence. Okay, I'm trying to look for the words so people can understand a little bit. Maybe getting a little extreme with the
I'm
words.
trying to. I'm not trying to be argumentative. I'm really trying.
Okay,
to
when you introduce an object such as a mask, okay, you are then forcing somebody to wear a mask due to political agenda. I said this from day one on this show. It's nothing but a fucking hyped up political agenda. People looked at me for months. They even said on this show, "Oh, Michael, you're crazy. You're a schizo." What was some of the words I was getting? Oh, you're a conspiracy. He's a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, I'm a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, it proves that these masks are bullshit. Okay, when you introduce a mask to the general public, it's being introduced, Tommy, on a federal scale. I'm having a conversation with a person on a civil scale about them smoking. Two different things.
Okay. You just gave me a very good a contrasting point. I understand that.
Probably gave you some material that you can copy off of my show, you asshole, for your next show. But I'm just joking. Anyway.
Are you angry at me for trying to understand you? God,
No,
I actually did. Finally. So good.
Yeah. But Raging Rob, yeah, thanks very much. He just texted me. He's got some things, family issues. I get it, man. No problem. But
maybe if we indict Hunter Biden, his family issues would go away. What do you think?
Yeah. I tried to explain this on the on this Crazy Man show not too long ago. It was like about a month and a half, 2 months ago. I was on the a personality of Bubba the Love Sponge. And he was like, Michael, I like you, man. You're a great guy, but I think you're a fucking hack. I think you're full of shit. I think you're a wannabe podcaster. I never fucking heard of you. Yeah. If you never heard of me, then why'd you reach out to me? Obviously, you heard about me. All right.
What did you say? What'd you say? How'd you respond to that?
I was like, listen, dude, if you're gonna ask me questions, okay, first of all, I'm not some hack. I'm not some fucking wannabe podcaster. Dude, I was in fucking radio before podcasting was podcasting, Jack. I worked for fucking 4 different fucking networks up north. I have a lot of pull under my belt. I know a lot of well-known fucking networks in this country that would hire me without a doubt. Okay, the reason why I'm doing podcasting is I don't want to be a fucking owned bitch on the radio that I have to read off of a fucking prepared script from their network. That's the reason, Jack, why I don't want to be on big networks. I can get hired on Fox. I can get hired on any fucking network and they'll hire me like with a snap of a finger. But when you have a passion of what you're saying on the radio, see, I'm saying something on a digital platform, folks, where the FCC is not hammering me right now for my content. Right now, Tommy, I would have gotten about like probably 50 or 60 violations from the FCC. Okay, because you can't say half the shit we've just said on this show. That's why I'm not on fucking terrestrial radio. Fuck terrestrial radio.
And he was like, to hear you say that, Michael. Really does.
No. He was like, he basically went into like a whole frenzy with like, trying. He was trying to be that typical, shock jock jackass, trying to have me answer everything that was prepared to him for me to question me. And he was wanting me to like be like the guest little bitch where, yeah, I agree with that. I absolutely agree with you. You're 100% correct. That's like half the shit you see on terrestrial. Mm-hmm. On podcasting, it's so much different. And I told him, I was like, listen, dude, for a guy like yourself, man, a guy that's been on the radio for 20 years, right? You've been on the radio for 20 years. And I'll plug his name in, folks. You could check out the show because I literally fucking tore him up a new fucking asshole, and he thought he won the fucking battle. You check it out, guys. It's through Tuttle Daily
I
Nation.
definitely want to see it.
Yeah, it's called the Tuttle Daily Show, and he's supposedly this on-air personality. First of all, Tommy, listen to this, man. You're probably gonna goof, and you know, I'll explain it to you. I'll admit on the radio, I don't always agree with Tommy Nation on a lot of different things. We've had some fucking on-air fucking warfare. But listen, Tommy's probably gonna agree with this. This guy, listen to this, Tommy. This fucking guy is a washed up fucking goon that used to work for Howard Stern way back in the day. All right. Then was let go by Ron Bennington, which is a huge fucking producer. I don't know if you know who I'm referring to, but he's a huge producer in the fucking industry of radio. Was released by Ron Bennington. Then he went over, jumped ship to the Bubba Love Sponge show on Sirius. Bubba Love fucking fired his ass after, I think it was like a year and a half, 2 years. Okay, doesn't work for him. He was fucking like a nobody, man. Almost 2 years before he went into his own shit. And now he goes on his radio show on Twitch and he's on YouTube and he has like this fucking fake looking studio backdrop on his show. And he's like thinking he's fucking broadcasting somewhere at like fucking Sirius Satellite or fucking Westwood One or some stupid shit. And he's like, this is the Tuttle Daily Show. It's free speech, people. You don't have to like it. And he's got that weird quirky voice.
That's good for
radio. And I get on the what's that?
The quirky voices are good for radio, though, aren't they?
They are, but it's definitely not working for him, because I get on the radio with him and, I had to apologize. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, man. I was supposed to be on your show that Thursday and I apologize. I had to go up to Atlanta. I had to drive up to Atlanta from Orlando. I had a prior commitment with the National Republican Committee of Georgia, and I had some family issues up there. And then he goes into something saying, he's like, wait a minute, you just told me you couldn't go on the show, Michael, because something happened with your kid. You had family issues. I said, yeah, I have family up in Georgia, man. I mean, my family's not only in Florida. I mean, I moved from Atlanta to Orlando. I live in Orlando now, but I do have family in Georgia. And he just he was really upset, Tommy. He's like, why weren't you on my show? Like, you really like fucked me over. And that's when I was like, listen, dude, for a guy that's been on the radio for 20 fucking years, you depend on one fucking guy to carry your show. Are you fucking kidding me? It's crazy.
Yeah. This was all on air?
Yeah, it was all on air. And he has some kind of like woman that was on screen. I couldn't go on screen, because I was driving. I didn't want to but Tommy, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I did say, let's reschedule for the next day, for that Friday. I'll go on your show, but I'm going to be driving back from Georgia. So on your stream, man, it will be synced in as an audio format from my end. And he was okay with that. And I went on, and you could see on the bottom of the screen, it says, Savage Unfiltered.
It is a myth that terrorism stopped during COVID. Unfortunately, mainstream media opted to prioritize pandemic hysteria over promoting all news. Terrorism continues. Simply hoping that it doesn't affect you is not a strategy. The new book, Terror Strikes, coming soon to a city near you, featured on The Author Show, is now available in paperback from bookstores, online, or as an ebook exclusively through Amazon Kindle. Terror Strikes, coming soon to a city near you, by Joseph M. Leonard. Order today.
Questioning me about the whole Michael Savage. He's like, aren't let me get into a quirky voice, guys. He's like, aren't you worried that having a show called Savage Unfiltered is going to be like, it's going to be bad because of the well-known Michael Savage Nation podcast? I'm like, well, if you look at it, it's Michael Savage. My show is called Savaged with a D. We put the D there so there's no, complications.
Right.
And he was speechless there. And then he has his little second go type of woman next to him, which I check out his shows from time to time. She's not even part of the show anymore. I think he just brought her in like from off the fucking streets or supposedly she's a big wig here in Central Florida, where she's like a really, really big producer and like bookie and stuff like that. And then also too, I caught him a huge fucking lie. He said he films off of this studio, this production company, which I checked it out, and I called him out on this shit too. I was like, dude, you say you film off of a studio production company. I checked it out, Tuttle. It's actually a real estate office in Central Florida. It's like 20 minutes east of Orlando. So you broadcast off of a real estate office or something? I'm confused. Yeah. I don't know. I think I hurt his feelings, Tommy,
The only thing that hurts my feelings really is the fact that not every person in this country can have access to healthcare. That we have a minimum wage that's stagnated and inflation rising. The Fed has raised their rates 40 basis points. And literally, the inflation index is literally set to go higher. The cost of living has risen. The literal cost of living has risen. The minimum wage has stagnated. 8 million people slipped into poverty, and we are experiencing income inequality not seen since the Gilded Age. And our leaders, both sides, are literally robbing the taxpayer to fund their donors, their campaign finance contribution donors, who are the military industrial complex, Wall Street, and the banks. We're literally slipping into a stasis of, I don't know. See, when things like this happen with ingredients, little like income inequality, unrest, injustice, do you know what happens after that, Michael? These little things swirl around. A person comes into form. His name is Adolf Hitler. And he says, well, see, the system is working fine. It's just these people. These people did it. They're the ones who need to be punished. They're the ones who need to be excoriated from our society. And then all of a sudden, the people that are mad, they can't provide from their families, and they want a change, and they're extremely activists. They will start to do the bidding of fascism with a fascist leader, and that's what's coming next. So this election is literally just making me sad. Everybody's talking about a red wave or a red splash. I don't really care what it is. It's just
it's a blotch, Tommy. It's a blotch.
Whatever the Republicans, the Democrats win, bro. The American people have been losing for the last 50 years, bro. And that's what makes me
I'm glad, but I do have to say this on air, Tommy, with you. I am glad that you are siding somewhat with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
She's asking the right questions. Why? Why are we funding Ukraine? Why are we funding it after she lied? It's just simple, common sense questions, and I can't disagree.
But she's a fucking pit bull in the fucking political scene, man. She knows when to fucking drill the questions, where to drill the questions, and how to get the answers.
Why is she picking on AOC, bro? Why is she picking on AOC?
AOC, why are you still siding with that woman?
I'm not siding with her. I'm saying you just said she knows where to put the questions. AOC doesn't know anything. It's like picking on a hurt dog, bro. AOC, why are you picking on a fucking hurt, injured animal?
A fucking poodle.
She literally doesn't know anything. She fucking pretends to cry and tax the rich. She's literally fucking useless, bro. She's never fucking even co-authored a bill.
Well, that's what that washed up goon, man, that was questioning me on the show. He's like, he thought he had some kind of like fucking lackey on his show because he reached out to me. I didn't reach out to him. And, he sent me the thing and he's like, it would be a complete honor having you on my show, and I get on the show and he thought he had a lackey, and I didn't hang up the phone, because I was on my phone, I was driving and he plugged my phone into the stream. And he's like, he starts questioning me about the same thing, like kind of how we're talking about this AOC thing. And I had a lackey, and he's like, I like you, Michael, but I think you're a fake and this and that. And I was questioning and questioning, and I'm not going to be some typical shock jock that's going to talk over you and stuff like that. I'm going to let you have the floor. I'm like, well, look what you're doing right now. You are talking over me. Yeah.
I have to confess, Michael, when you first approached me to do a show, I knew you were a conservative, and I thought it was his trap. I was going through like, what is he gonna do?
Well, I am a conservative, but I'm not.
It turned out you were. I thought you were a nice guy, so I'm sorry you got mad at me for talking to that fucking. You got
Tommy,
mad at me.
I am a nice guy, but I don't.
You are a nice guy. You just don't like CRT, bro. You just don't like CRT.
Yeah, I don't put up with bullshit. I don't like CRT. I can't stand it. I'm against it.
I know.
Like white on red. But
have you ever wondered why you hate it so much? Because I have.
Why am I hated so much?
No, why you hate CRT so much? You got so mad at me, Michael, when I talked to this guy on my show, and he was talking
because it's
talking over me. I said you weren't in charge.
Well, it's the CRT
I just want to tell
thing.
you how I feel, Michael. I feel like, and it might not be true, okay, but it's just how I feel. I feel like the reason why you guys are so mad about it is because you realize that you guys, and I'm talking about the white race, are no longer in control of the culture, and you're no longer in control of the society anymore, and you're being marginalized to rural areas.
I don't think we ever had that discussion, or I don't think that discussion was ever on the platform, so to speak. I think it was brought in by media. Media is the one that is dividing the white and black culture here in America. The media is the one that's like pretty much infiltrating this whole regime that's going on. The CRT movement was created through the media, the mainstream media. And I'm not talking about like, when you say media, folks, like media is, to me, it's looked at as mainstream. What we're doing right now, Tommy and I, we're on a digital media platform. Two different things. Well, for one, I'm not scripted. It's Tommy's not scripted at all either. We say what's on our mind, whether you like it or not. If it offends you, I'm sorry. Maybe the show's not for you. You're not hurting my fucking feelings. And hopefully you're not hurting Tommy's feelings. Tommy, we don't have to get fucking Kleenex right now, buddy, do we?
No, not now.
Okay. But it's people like these fucking washed up goons that were on terrestrial, and why am I attacking this asshole so much? Is because it's funny because these are the type of people that come on radio. They're washed up, right? Well, they come on podcasting now, right? From terrestrial. They're washed up. They may have worked for a huge bigwig in the past. They try their own thing, but then they realize that they can't carry their show or they can't carry their type of content or material is because they were basically scripted their entire life from big producers. And you can't do that, Tommy. I don't know, obviously, respectfully, you haven't seen transition phases like I have, from terrestrial to regular podcasting, but it's a huge difference. You literally have to almost like go into a like a time machine or a warp or something to basically recondition your vocabulary, your persona on podcasting versus terrestrial. And this is what this guy is. Like, he talks like super slow. He's like, this is what needs to happen. That typical like scripted thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, I just let him have it. I let him have it. And then he made this like goof thing. He was like, yeah, he's like, what'd you think of Michael Gardner? Yeah, he's a real jerk off. Every time I was trying to talk to him, he was like the typical fucking right winger. You could tell he's a fucking leftist, Tommy. He's like a typical right winger. He sounded like he was reading all material and content off of something you would hear off of fucking like Right Side Broadcasting or Bright or Newsmax. He didn't have any relevant information. No, Tuttle, I didn't have the information that you wanted me to say. There you go.
Exactly.
Jackass.
I agree with you there. 100%.
What a fucking goo. I'm glad Howard Stern fucking fired this fucking retard.
Howard Stern, he was. I don't get how Howard Stern was so popular. He just seems to be like the kind of guy that you meet at a party when you're already shit faced drunk and you just did a line of cocaine, and he's just like talking to you. Hi, how you doing? What are you up to? And you're just like, go away, bro. I don't want to talk to you. I'm fucked up. Like that's how Howard Stern like fucking. He's like the guy at the party that's asking you questions when you're fucked up, and you're just like,
you know what, Howard Stern. Like I grew up watching Howard Stern, folks. I did. I used to love him when he was on terrestrial. Now he's on Sirius Satellite and other digital platforms, similar to my platform and Tommy's a little bit. But soon, guys, here a major announcement. I got to get into that before we close it out, Tommy, because we're going to close out here in about another 5 minutes. But I used to really enjoy Howard when he was on 92.3 K Rock up in New York City. I grew up watching him, going on the train, going into work in the morning, listening to Howard on my fucking Walkman, which some of the millennials today don't even know what a fucking Walkman is, but it's okay. I used to listen to him all the time. His I think it was like 2 or 3 hour lineup. Him and Robin Quivers and Baba Booey and all the other great personalities on his show. And he was like known for that shock jock because he was one of a kind, man. He was like the very first of his kind to come up with that type of on-air comedy put into a talk show. And he would come up with his dick jokes and fucking having women fucking, getting off on the show and fucking fingering themselves and shit like that. And I mean, people liked listening to that. And no wonder fucking FCC hit the hammer on him because he can't say shit like that. And I love that. But now he's been such a fucking whiner. Have you noticed that? Like he whines so much.
Absolutely, I've noticed it. I noticed him whining about with Hillary Clinton about Bernie Sanders.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you get like fucking Robin Quivers. She's agreeing with him, Of course,
what happens when you're rich, bro? What else are you gonna do but whine? I guess. Your tone. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think happened since you loved him so much? What do you think happened to him?
What do I think? What happened with Howard?
Yeah. Like, why do you think he changed his personality? Is that what you're?
Oh, it's definitely the money thing. Definitely the money thing. The money went to his head. I think he became that on-air jackass when he went over to Sirius. It was like early 2000s, late 90s when he went over to Sirius. It's been like fucking 20-something years already since he's been on Sirius. Been that long. But
but money is the root of all evil, bro.
It is the root of all evil. It really is. But speaking of Sirius, guys, we got a huge announcement. Starting in February, it's February or March. I haven't got yet the solid confirmation, but in February or March of next year, I had to remember the years for a minute. I'm fucking pulling a Biden. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Yeah, it's February or March of next year, 2023. Savage Unfiltered Podcasts with Michael Gardner here. We're going to be transitioning over to Sirius Satellite. That's right, guys. We're going to have our own channel. All my premium content that you hear on Spotify, that if you are a paid subscriber, thank you very much. I get a lot of people are like, how much is it? It's fucking 49 cents a month. That's all. Can't afford it.
49 cents? Cool.
A month, not a week, a month.
Ah!
It's like, what is it? Like less than a penny a day, if that? Yeah. All the premium content is going to be basically transitioned over to Sirius as well. But here's the kicker, guys. Whatever fee that Sirius is going to charge for that, that's going to be an entirely different thing than Sirius does. Because Sirius is a little different than Spotify. They don't. Their fees are a lot. I'm sure it's going to be like probably $10 or $20 a month or something.
This is Savaged Unfiltered Premium. No ads, just savaged with Michael Gardner.
But if it is, guys, I do apologize. So if you don't want to subscribe, that's okay. You could still subscribe to the Spotify, but you don't have to subscribe. But you're going to get a lot more.
You like Putin. You work for Putin if you don't subscribe.
Oh, yeah. But you're going to get a lot more shit, though, over on Sirius. Like, a lot more stuff, like, more in-depth stuff. I mean, I might have, like, a woman, like, moaning on the fucking radio. I might get into that stupid shit, but I don't know. I don't know. Dude, I was talking to this homeless guy the other day in Orlando, and I went into his camp, and I actually like interviewed him and everything. It's actually, you got to listen to it, Tommy. It's on the show.
I did buy $200 for the groceries on Friday. I'm richer than I don't have, so therefore I have to do my day.
Previous to the one that we're doing right now, it's like yesterday's show, Saturdays. And I was interviewing him, and he got into some crazy shit. He's like, you see that crackhead over there? She fucking like goes on that corner for days upon days and flashes her tits. How come the Orlando police doesn't do anything about it? I'm like, well, I guess they don't care. I was like, yeah, typical fucking liberal fucking America for you. It's been great. It's been great, guys. Close it out here. I want to remind the listeners, guys, December 30th is going to be the big launch of our book. That's right, guys. We're coming out with a soft cover book on Amazon. You can also pick it up on Barnes & Nobles, Books A Million, Target, and Walmart. With a little sell out, guys. We'll see if we can try to contact Walmart and Target to get the supply back. I know Amazon and Books A Million and Barnes & Nobles, they usually give you an offer where if you want to extend the amount of supply. So the book is going to be coming out December 30th of this year, entitled America's Political Warfare, Our Modern Civil War. I've written it, or I wrote it. I've written it. Where's my grammar today? I've written it, guys. No, I wrote it. There we go. I wrote it. Okay. It's going to have about 26 chapters. I'm going to meet the deadline, Tommy. I got about like 2 more chapters and I'm fucking done. I got to meet the deadline by December 5th. So.
Oh, that's nice. It helps when you have a deadline. No wonder you wrote a book. I need a deadline. God damn it.
Yeah, you got to get a book too, man.
Oh, eventually, bro.
Your book, man. You know what you could do? You could take all your fucking manuscripts off your show, convert them into text, and then there you go. You have your entire book.
That's a really good idea. Thanks, man.
Yeah. I don't know if you know how to do that. We'll have to talk to each other off air. I'll show you how to do that. But cool. Anyway, guys, you heard myself here. I'm the host here of Savage Unfiltered, Michael Gardner. Joining us here today, my asshole friend. No, I'm just joking. Tommy Nation Politics. Tommy, thank you very much for joining us. Hour and 20 minutes of the show. Great stuff. Sorry about Ray. He gets a little.
It was good to talk to you again, bro.
Yeah. Good stuff. And also, too, guys, make sure you follow us on Monday, as we're going to have part 2 with Homeless, Not Hopeless, which is going to be a 3-part series. We just finished that up, part 1 yesterday with Sas and I. Yeah, Sas just came back from Alaska. He was in Alaska.
I saw the snow. Good for him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a traveling guy. I thought he was in Russia for a minute because he is from Russia, but but yeah. We just did part 1. Part 2 will be Monday, guys, and then part 3 we're gonna finish it off on Tuesday because we're not having a show Wednesday. I will be out of town on Wednesday. Can't say where I'm gonna be because it's a contracted thing. But guys, thank you very much. Make sure you hit that like and follow button on all major podcast platforms. Leave 5 stars on Spotify. And, you can follow Tommy. Tommy, where you at, buddy? Plug away, man.
Well, I'm a new, free-thinking, innovative, totally open-minded, progressive media called Tommy Nation Politics. LLC, a limited liability company, and you can find me at www.dominationpolitics.com. We watch our live streams every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to have some innovative, free-thinking discourse, you can always write to us at facebook.com/dominationpolitics. Y'all have a great day.
Sounds good. Take it easy, guys.